All right. Well, this is a trip to, or around Wilmington, then to Philadelphia, PA, and then back to Wilmington. So let's go. In the chopper here, it's I forget what it's called. Microsoft Flight Sim. That's Wilmington, Delaware. What do they call this? The Christina River? I don't know. Christina. This river. And that's the thriving metropolis of Wilmington, Delaware. And over yon, you can see that body of water across there, that bigger one. That's the Twin Span Delaware Memorial Bridge. And then it goes across the Delaware River, which is pretty big, and over into New Jersey. That's Jersey over there. And Port of Wilmington there, coming off the river, of course, because, they found it more convenient to have their ports right off of the river. There is Wilmington. Wilmington, DE. This is over here is the waterfront, which, where they're, I guess, revitalizing it. The ballpark and everything. It seems pretty nice. I really don't go there, but some people do. And that's Interstate 95. To our right there. Now we'll spin on around, face back towards Wilmington, and we'll head that way. And that's Interstate 95 again, top leftish, going north now. And we'll take a peek at this city. It's not a bad-sized city. If you're not into the monster cities, which I'm not, it's pretty nice. I will rise up a little. Now, it's been a while since I've done these things here in Flight Sim, but I've always enjoyed the helicopters. They're fun. So now we're peering over the tops of Wilmington here. Don't crash it, dummy. We'll just sort of... I should have stayed to the edges of it a little more. It's kind of hard to look at it when you're right on top of it. You can look out the window. It's Jersey over there. And again, a look at Wilmington, Delaware in all of its glory. Don't hit. And now we will head northish. And the Delaware River to the right. And Jersey across that. And over here, running along the river, would be Interstate 495. And it's the road that lets you bypass Wilmington if you don't want to get caught in that congestion. And the railroad tracks that go down along there too. And Governor Prince Boulevard, the other blacktop road there that we're right above. So that's kind of cool. You can see all kind of forms of transportation here. You got all the roads, the railroads, and then you have barges and all kinds of stuff coming up that river at various times. And looking back in. Up here is a big old steel mill, so in this rendering of the landscape that is still here, but all these big buildings right here in front of us, they are all now gone. This has all been leveled. All of these to our right, and all the stuff in front of me too. Big old steel plant. It was called Phoenix Steel at one time. And that's it in there. That is all gone. The land is all flattened out. And I don't know what they're going to put there. And here we have the refineries. This is all Marcus Hook. So we'll fly over that. It's pretty scenic. But, you know, we all need fuel. So in its own way, it's pretty damn beautiful. And then the first bridge you hit coming up through here towards Philly, I don't even know what they are. Betsy Ross. You can see Philly off there in the distance poking up. And if you keep following the river, you'll also run into Philly International Airport, which I think you can see the lights for that right from here. You can. So, gotta watch out for the aircraft coming in above me landing. And I'm not hyper realistic with this. I don't do all the ATC and all that. I have an understanding with everyone, aviation authorities. I can just do whatever I want. and it's completely fine with everyone. See the runways of Philly International right over there. Now, of course, it would probably be problematic to be flying right here. What with the, huge passenger jets coming in right here or taking off from there. We will just, let's see, there's 95 over there somewhere. But as long as we keep heading north, north-ish, we will run into Philly. There's also a casino down around there somewhere. We passed it already. I've never been. And there's a big prison there too. Yeah, over there to our right, Philly International. And a little to the left and down there, that road right in front of us, the big one, I-95. Sort of a parkland Tinicum, they called it, I believe, way back when. You could go in there with dirt bikes and stuff a long time ago. And there's the airfield. And, okay, there's the city itself. It's a fine day. Puffy clouds. No aircraft landing as I fly right over one of the runways here, Philly International. I don't think anyone will mind. I know they won't. We'll nose it down to get a little speed. A little more speed. Naval Shipyard, where a bunch of the old ships are mothballed. Right there. And here is the stadium, and I forget what this thing is called here. You know, where the concerts and stuff are. Wells Fargo, I believe. Is that what it says? And then over there's the link where the Eagles play. Yeah, Wells Fargo. Oh yeah, and the Sixers and the Flyers. I don't follow any of that, so. And here's the stadium. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Don't crash. And over there, the baseball. I better get out of this thing. I'm not that adept yet. I haven't flown a chopper in a long time anywhere. It's fun though, I like it. Alright, there's that. That's what I want to do. Later on, I'll go land in the middle of it, but not right now. Not right now. Alright, get forward, get away from that thing. Come on, you're going to run into it. Alright, and then you get the baseball deal here. Right there. I don't know what that stuff is over there. Jumps and things, it looks like. I don't know. Here's the baseball stuff. Dropping down in. Well, I dropped too far. I better give it some throttle and get up out of here, or whatever you call it. We'll head on in here and take a look. Lots of houses down there. Lots. This is a bit bigger than Wilmington. Pretty sprawling. We'll go take a look here. That William Penn there, it doesn't really look like William Penn, but, you know, we know that that's what it is. Over there, I believe, somewhere, right there. I don't know, better be careful though. Lots of big buildings. Let's not go into them. All right, a little more power. We'll go up a little. Wave to the people. Alright, let's not get out of control. Not get out of control. Well, I don't really know what's under me. That's right, there's big buildings around here. Let's go up high. There's William Penn, and there's the, you know, that, what do they call that? Independence. I'm not sure what they call that, but anyway, that's where the William Penn thing is, on top of the building, the Liberty Bell, somewhere down in there. You know, I live pretty close, but I don't really go in there very much. It's not something I really like to do. It's interesting, but I don't know. I usually find myself having more fun when I'm leaving it. But here we have, I'd recognize this. Haha. Don't crash here. Don't crash here. Throttle back a little. Slow it up. Slow it up. These are the Rocky steps here. Going up to the art museum. So that's where Rocky did that iconic scene. It was right here at the top of these steps. Right there. Huffing and puffing and made it on up there. Alright, I better get moving. There it is, down there. I didn't want to crash into the art museum. And that's the Skookiel River, I believe. Not really up on my Philly stuff, really, but you know, somewhere down in there is Pat's Cheesesteak. Over here on the river, I guess there's some, I don't know if they have like a big boat restaurant or something. Let's just go over and look. And then there's other bridges going across up here, and I don't know what's what. There's a Walt Whitman, a Ben Franklin, a Betsy Ross. I don't know which is which. So that's one of them. And now we're looking south. Over Philly. Let's take another gander. There's William Penn popping up there in the middle of it all. Not in the middle even, but popping up anyway. Pisfis. And just scooting right on through. How tall are the buildings here? Let's be careful. Let's not crash. Alright, we'll swing it on around and head over towards the river a little bit. And we can fly over the neighborhoods for a second or two. Uh-oh, what is that? Some sort of towery thing. You gotta watch out for those. Uh-oh, I'm really twisting this thing. Oh, shit. Man. Come on. Up, up, up. I was just slightly out of control there. That building in the triangle is one of those that could be Pat's right there. Is that how close Pat's is? And I think Pat's is on a triangle like that, and then Gino's is across. I don't know. Maybe that's not. Nah. Alright. I gotta get heading back that way. I'm a little unsure with this thing, but I'm doing alright. I haven't crashed yet, at least. I got from Wilmington to Philly. I doubt in a helicopter, if you were the passenger flying along and the pilot had the heart attack bit, you wouldn't, it would be a bit harder than if it was a plane. I think the plane, basic understanding, but of course, where are you going to land a plane? a nice flat place if you know what you're doing and you're near the airport. But I know people have done that, but I don't know if the pilot heart attack scenario and the non-pilot passenger and, you know, in a helicopter, I'm not sure if that has happened. But I do love the maneuverability of the chopper. It's nice. It's a nice. Delaware River again over there, not this thing under us. Skookiel here or something. I'm not sure what that river is. I don't know if it's even a river. Well, here's the airfield again. We'll just scoot right across the end of it. It shouldn't cause any issues. Except for that giant airliner just swooping into land, or the one taking off. Let's take a look, make sure there's nothing coming. I'll look both ways, you know. I always taught that. Look both ways before crossing the runway. We'll look the other way. I don't see anything. Alright, we're heading back towards Wilmington. And that, of course, is Philly International. Alright, nose it down, get a little speed. And that right there is Interstate I-95. Quite a magnificent road, really. I remember earlier that part of 95 wasn't there. So I'm kind of old, I guess. There was a point where it ended somewhere around here. I don't remember exactly where, but it didn't continue on from this point for quite some time. Heading back towards Wilmington. Wilmington, DE. We'll go up in altitude a little bit. That climb's pretty good, actually. Helicopters are cool. They're so complex. All that crap up there. And then what scares me is if it quits running. I mean, the plane, at least you can glide for a while. I know you got the auto rotation thing on this, but once this stops running, you're going to be landing somewhere right nearby with the plane, like right here, right now. I don't know where I'd go. I'd head over to that grassy, there's a field right there in front. I'd go there. And you got to make that decision, like, you know, right now. And you got to try to get slowed down. See, but the chopper craps. I guess if you're good at auto rotation, there's a lot of nice little patches down there, so I don't know. Maybe you could reach some of those. That's a golf course, it looks like. That's a good place to go down. I think Harrison Ford likes to go down in golf fields. Golf courses. Golf fields. I haven't golfed a lot, I have to say. I've never golfed. I mean, not an actual game. A couple of times I did that deal where you hit the bucket o' balls. And from doing that, that showed me that it's really damn hard. Those balls go nowhere near where I wanted them to go. Down there, I believe, at the time, that's where a lot of the cars came in, and they were stored there until they were shipped off throughout the country. It's a big parking lot area. And I know a bunch of cars used to come into the port of Wilmington there. I don't know if they still do. It was a bunch of Volkswagens. And you can see Wilmington there again. And the curvy, snaky road, but I'm glad they have curves in them. There's long stretches of just straight road. I guess that's what flying is almost, huh? But you can curve it up on your own. But I do hope they sort the tree thing out. There are still way too many trees here in this kind of an area. I know this area, you know, and it's not this tree-y. And it obscures, you know, a lot of the housing and stuff. You can see all that. But, you know, what they have done, though, is amazing. I mean, it's really great. I hope they could, if they would just, I don't know how it's done, but if they could just say, okay, let's make 33% less trees, or even half. And there it is. Wilmington, Delaware. George Thorogood is from around here somewhere. And Valerie Bertinelli is from around here. Claymont, which we just passed over. And who else? That other girl that was in office, Aubrey something. She's the one that played the weird kind of secretary. Aubrey Plaza? Maybe it's Plaza. Anyway, she's from here too. To the best of my knowledge, anyway. The little town of Wilmington. There's the port of Wilmington. And just to spin around, I did want to look for something. Wanted to take a gander over here. A gander. There's a prison over here. It's called Gander Hill. I don't know where it's off. Thought it was around here. Or right there. That might be it. I don't know. It's around here. It's off on one of these exits. I think it was. Now that's a, yeah, it's like a gypsum or something. That's it, right there. Right there. That's the prison right there. And there we are. We have landed at the prison. Safe and sound.